My dear +2 science collegiates, Brahmagupta educational channel today invites to learn something about reproduction in organism. Reproduction is an important process of all living organisms. For all living organisms, reproduction is a important process, life process. There are so many life processes are continuing in your life. That's a blood circulation process, nerves process, and so many life processes. Along of the reproduction is an important process for all or living organisms. By this process, all the living organisms makes its own copies. Means own copies are as like its own. It is a never-ending process. Reproduction is a never-ending process, and it's necessary for continuance of life and compensate to loss of life by death. Due to death, so many life of organisms are lost. To fill up that lost, the reproduction process is must required. So it is a biological process, or the reproduction is a biological process by means of which the new individuals are formed. Due to the reproduction, due to the biological process, reproduction, all the new individuals are formed and continue their lifespan. What do you mean by lifespan? Lifespan means the period from birth to natural death is known as the lifespan. The definition of the lifespan of a living organism is the period of from birth to natural death is known as the lifespan. The lifespan of the living organisms are expanded. The lifespans of all the living organisms are expanded for a few minutes to 4,000 of years. The mode of reproduction, what are the modes of reproduction, what are the types of reproductions? What are the types of reproductions? Mainly the reproductions are of two types. There are sexual reproductions and asexual reproductions. These are the two main parts of the two main categories of the reproductions. So now what do you mean by asexual reproductions? Asexual reproductions occurs in the protistas, monera, and algae, etc. The asexual reproductions occur in this kind of organisms and protistas, monera, and algae, etc. But binary fissions, asexual reproductions, what the type of asexual reproductions? Asexual reproductions are of four types. The asexual, what do you mean by asexual reproductions? And by which animals are carried by the asexual reproductions, protista, monera, and algae, etc. But what are the type of asexual reproductions? The types of asexual reproductions are as binary fission, sporulations, budding, and gemulations. These four types are the asexual reproductions type. Asexual reproductions are of four types. That are binary fission, that is sporulations, budding, gemulations, and etc. What do you mean by binary fission? Binary fission is occur in bacteria, protista, etc. Binary fission is a kind of reproduction process that occurs in bacteria and protozoa, etc. What binary fission in protista? Binary fission in protista are of three types. When binary fissions continue by the animals like protista and etc., the binary fissions of protista are of three types. What are that? First, these are the irregular binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, and transversal binary fissions. Binary fissions in protista are of three types. That are irregular binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, and transversal binary fissions. Then another method of the another types of reproductions, that is multiple fission. What do we mean multiple fission is? Multiple fission, the process that is only meant for the protozoans. And amoeba and parameciums. Protozoa, amoeba and parameciums are belongs with the multiple fissions. So now we discussed about multiple fission in amoeba. What is the multiple fission in amoeba? Under a unfavorable conditions, amoeba withdraw its pseudopodias. Instead of pseudopodia, the animals amoeba creates another three-layered cover to protect its body. The three-layered cover is known as, that is, a three-layered cover is known as its cyst wall. Under a unfavorable condition, the amoeba withdraw its pseudopodias and creates a three-layered cover to its body to protect from the surrounding. That cover is known as cyst wall. The phenomenon of formation of a cyst wall by the amoeba is known as encystment. The process of formation of cyst wall by the animal amoeba is known as the encystment. This is the process of multiple fissions by amoeba. Hence the today video I remain, and we meet towards another video. Thanks.